Can a Canada Post union strike be averted? Well, the company has less than 6 hours to negotiate their way out of one. I'm Connor O'Donovan, live in West Edmonton, outside of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers Edmonton Region and Prairie Branch headquarters. And if their demands are not met, 2,100 Canada Post workers from this region, as well as workers in the Victoria, Halifax, and Windsor regions, will officially be on strike at 12:01 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, we spoke to the local union president today to find out why they're unhappy.
Right, so we have some major issues on the table still that we are looking for resolve in. Health and safety being one of the major ones for our letter carriers, our rural and suburban mail carriers, as well as workers within our processing plants. We're looking for that. We're also looking for continuous work for our temporary workers, staffing levels to be so that people have good quality working class jobs.
The union also expressed distaste with forced overtime and gender inequality.
Forced overtime is something that's happening that is causing real health and safety issues. You're already out on the street for 8 hours a day. You may volunteer to do 2 hours of overtime, and Canada Post may ask you to force you to do 2 more hours of overtime. The gender equality we're looking at is we've won pay equity. Now we're looking for equality for all hours worked, all hours paid.
And later this afternoon, a Canada Post spokesperson responding.
Many of the things that they've raised, we've agreed with. We've put forward a plan to sit down and work on those issues together. We've agreed to provide some short-term measures, but also look at long-term measures.
Now, we also hit White Ave to get the reaction on the streets to the notice of strike.
I mean, I got everything pretty much online on my bills. Everything is online right now.
Overtime? Who doesn't want overtime?
I think it's about time that they get a fair bargaining. And I'm a union man myself, and sometimes you have to strike to get what you want.
Now, if a deal is not reached by midnight tonight, the employees in Edmonton and the other affected regions will be on a 24-hour strike. That will cause some service delays, but come Tuesday morning, the union says their employees will be back to work, although other cities in the country will take the reins and start their own 24-hour strikes. There are around 50,000 employees in the union nationwide, and if a deal is not reached, the regions I mentioned will eventually strike again. Now, stay tuned to City News. We'll follow this story as it develops up to midnight tonight. Live in West Edmonton, I'm Connor O'Donovan for City News.